So let us go further. Let us discuss about the offsets. So as we have already discussed that offset is the distance of a point or the object from a chain line. So we have laid a chain line and any point or the object. In surveying, whatever object we are trying to locate, its position will be observed or measured in the form of offsets, that is the distance from the chain line, and that object will be treated as a point only. Okay, if the actual object is a building, say, and that building is a big building and we cannot say that it is a point, so in that case we will be having corners of the buildings, so every corner is treated as a point and we will be measuring the distance of that point from the chain line. Okay, so this is the definition of offset, and it is of two types. We have already discussed this thing also. So we have perpendicular offsets and we have oblique offsets. So these two offsets are there, and how to measure them. See, regarding the perpendicular offset, let us assume that this AB is the main line or the chain line with distance A is equal to 0. At A, we have fixed the 0 end of the chain. So chainage at point A is 0. And let us assume that this is the point P, whose location is to be measured with respect to this chain line, and its location will be measured in the form of perpendicular offset. So what is done? We extend a perpendicular, we subtend a perpendicular on this line AB. Okay, so where this perpendicular is subtended, distance from A up to that point, that is called chainage, and length of this perpendicular is called offset. So these two things are recorded simultaneously, the distance and the chainage. So that is required. I have shared one single page file, PDF file on the Google Class.
Scale.
Yes, that is regarding scales. So we
Yes.
can plot these distances on a drawing sheet also. The actual distances may be bigger. Say this perpendicular distance or the offset is say 10 meters. And this chainage is say 5 meters or say 6 meters. So you cannot have a paper sheet equal to the size of the area so that you can plot everything in meters in the same dimensions. So you have to reduce the dimensions. So let us assume that 1 centimeter on the drawing sheet represents 1 meter. So if this is 6 meters, the chainage is 6 meters. So along this line that you plotted on the drawing sheet, from point A, measure a distance of 6 centimeters, and then perpendicularly right side, if this offset is 10 meters, then right angle to this chain line, go 10 centimeters on the right, and that point will be fixed. So that point will be marked on your map. So this is how you keep drawing your map or the top view or the plan. Okay, your drawing sheet will be prepared. So this is perpendicular offset. But what about this oblique offset? So the similar line AB with chainage 0 at end A, the same point P is there. So if there is some obstruction in between, like there is some tree or the building, that we cannot subtend a perpendicular to this line AB like we have done in this perpendicular offsets explanation. And if there is some obstruction so that you cannot subtend a perpendicular over here, okay, in that case you need to go for the oblique offsets. So what is done is you measure a distance randomly at any point here and at some other point. So two distances are to be measured.
So there is not a fixed angle?
Yes, please.
So there is not a fixed angle?
No, angle is not fixed. I'm coming to it. Okay, you keep noting your questions. At the end, if we get the time, we'll be discussing. Otherwise, you will be posting your questions to me on the WhatsApp. I will be answering to it. Okay, because whatever queries are coming to you, coming in your mind, probably its answer will be in the next explanation or in the coming explanation on the slides. Okay. So first listen to it carefully and keep noting your questions. You will find that your questions are being answered in the sequent explanation or the slides. Okay. So, uh, so far what we have done is we have observed two distances at chain edges C1 and C2. So this distance inclined, this is also inclined, it is not perpendicular. And why two distances are measured in oblique offsets? Because we don't have any angular measurement. Here we have the angular measurement that it is 90 degree. Okay, so going from point A up to a distance of equal to this chain edge, like 6 centimeters or 6 meters. So you have a direction that on the right hand side you have to move 10 meters. You will reach this point P. So that point P is located. But here in this oblique offset, you cannot subtend a perpendicular. So that 90 degree option that from here you have to move to the right, that is not available. Okay. And in chain surveying, I told you that you will be measuring only linear dimensions and not the angular dimensions. Okay. So angular dimensions, if you are not measuring any angle, you have to make do with only the linear observations. Then you have to know the double offsets. Two offsets collectively at corresponding chain edges C1 and C2. This will form one set of location for point P. Okay, you need to know C1, C2 and the offsets, offset 1 and offset 2. Both of these offsets are to be known. Okay, why we do this? Because while plotting on this sheet, let us assume that offset 1 is 12 meters, offset 2 is say 13 meters. They are different. Chain edge C1 is 3 meters, this is C2 is 8 meters. So what you know is from point A up to 3 centimeters you will be going here, and 12 centimeters you will be opening the compass and making an arc over here. Okay, then you will be moving up to chain edge 8, opening the compass equal to 13 centimeters, and you will be crossing the earlier arc. So wherever two arcs cross each other, you will be locating this point P. Okay, so without measuring any angle or without knowing any angle even, because this is a triangle from C1 to C2 to P. So C1, C2, P is a triangle whose all the dimensions are known to you. So you can plot it. Okay, so there is no need of measuring any angle. The thing is, wherever you find a convenient point on the chain from where this distance P to C1, that is observable easily, because there may be some other obstruction also in the vicinity. So wherever you find a convenient space that from P to C1 up to chain line, you can measure this offset. So you simply measure this offset and note down at what chain edge you have measured it. Similarly, on the other side, it may be on the other side or somewhere else also. In the next space also I'll be discussing that. So second offset at some convenient place and its chain edge, that is to be observed. So collectively you have noted down the position of point P and you will be able to plot it on the drawing sheet also. So this was the condition when there is an obstruction in between, so that drawing the perpendicular to this chain line is not possible. But there may be another situation, similar situation like A and B. These are the points and AB is the chain line, but your point P is somewhere here. Now you can see. So this P point is blinking on your screen. So this P is such that the direction of perpendicular is going beyond the chain length AB. And if you extend this chain line AB, then only you will be able to have a perpendicular offset, right? Otherwise, if say somewhere here you have a boundary line and you cannot go further, but that boundary line is extending in this direction, that this point P comes in your area, that is to be observed. But perpendicular is not possible, but there is no obstruction as such also. So in that case, you can have two observations, two offsets in such a manner at distances C1 and C2, that means chain edges C1 and C2 along this chain line. So this also forms a triangle. So offset 1 and offset 2 at chain edges C1 and C2 respectively. So that will also make it possible to locate this point P and also plot it on your screen, on your sheet, drawing sheet. Now, is it clear up to this point?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If you have any doubt, you can ask right now.
Sir, in this, the middle one that we have drawn, sir, that offsets
Yes.
of oblique offsets.
Yes,
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, which length we will call the chain is, sir?
So chain edges from this point A up to this distance C1. This is first chain edge, and
Yes,
from
sir.
A is equal to 0 to this distance, this point C2. So this entire distance is second chain edge. So this is chain edge means the length of the chain, or the point, the distance of the point from A. So like C1 is the point over here, and A to C1. This distance is chain edge, first chain edge for offset 1. Then this is the point C2, and distance from A, this chain edge, this is the chain edge for offset 2. I told you in the example that we have taken that C1 is at 3 meters and C2 is at 8 meters of chain edge, let us say. Then C1, C2, this dimension will be 5 meters. Okay? You got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Any other question? I'm expecting one question.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, there is only one point that it is easy to draw two offsets. But if there is a building or there are many points, then what?
See, but this is for one point, and every point whose location is to be measured or observed, that is treated as a separate point. At a time, you will be observing one point only. Let us say the first corner of the building. So that is treated as point P. It's up to you. If you can observe it as a perpendicular offset, you observe it. Otherwise, you observe it as oblique offset. Then go to the second point. Now, that second point is your main point. You have to observe that point. If from second point you can draw a perpendicular, take the right, this perpendicular offset. If it is not possible, then go for two offsets. That means the oblique set of oblique offsets for the second point also. Okay, like you have taken the observation for single point P, in the same manner for every point you have to work out you have to observe these offsets. Like in the previous slide, in the previous lecture also we have discussed. Let me go back now. In this slide. So in this slide, there are many points. So like if I take this point, I have told you how to measure this offset and at this chain edge. Similarly, if you talk of this point, if this is your point P, you have the obstruction in between. You cannot draw a perpendicular. You cannot find from where this perpendicular will be reaching up to this point, this tree. Then you have to go for two observations at C11 and C12. Okay? So this is how we take the observations. Because there's not a single point. There are so many points. Some trees are also there, some electric poles are there, some buildings are there. There may be some other points also. So likewise, every point is treated separately, and for every point, you have to make separate observation. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other question, please?
Excuse me, sir.
Anji?
Sir, in the third figure, can't we increase the main line, sir?
In the third figure, I told you that this
Yes,
is this particular case is when you cannot extend. If you can extend it further, obviously you will be able to draw a perpendicular and take the perpendicular offset. It is possible. But I told you, if there is some restriction, that there is some boundary line going here in this side, you just see the arrow. Say boundary line is extending in this direction, so that this area is included in your area to be surveyed, but it is not possible to extend the chain line further so that you can get the perpendicular offset. In this particular
Okay, sir.
case, okay, so it depends on you.
Yes.
Entirely, it depends on you. If the perpendicular offset is possible, go for it. Otherwise, oblique offset is the alternative. It's
Okay,
not
sir.
that
Yes, sir.
Yes.
for this point, even if you are capable of getting a perpendicular, even then you can go for the oblique offsets. It depends on you. But the thing is,
Excuse,
yes, unnecessarily you will be just doubling your exercise. We prefer perpendicular offsets wherever it is possible, because single observation and single chainage is to be recorded for 1 point. But in case of oblique offsets, 2 offsets are to be recorded at 2 chainages. So double effort is there for locating 1 point. Okay?
excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, when when point P will be collinear to AB and it is beyond the boundary, in that case, what you will do, sir?
When this point P is collinear to line AB.
AB,
Okay.
and it is beyond the boundary.
And if it is beyond the boundary,
Yes, sir.
see,
Yes, sir. There.
see, if it is beyond the boundary, that means that area is not to be surveyed.
And also collinear to this.
Yeah, it is on this line. Anyways,
Yes, sir.
see, if the point P is outside the area to be surveyed, then there is no point of discussing it, because you are not going to measure it. Okay? But if you need to measure, and if it is a boundary over here, you cannot go further, and there is a point P that is to be measured, there are different techniques available, and that is not included in this offset. Okay? As of now,
Okay, sir.
up to this point in the chain surveying, so that is possible. If that, say somewhere here you have a big wall, some wall is there, and beyond the wall you need to observe some point. So wherever you need to observe some point, you need to go there. Otherwise you will not be able to observe that point. Okay? And if there is some boundary line, it is preventing you to go to other sides. If it is some other's property, then there is no point of measuring that thing. You need to observe the area that is given to you for measurement. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Otherwise also, if there is say boundary line, we have the procedures in surveying. In surveying, if I tell you, the procedures are even the points which are not accessible, you cannot go there. In between, you have some, say, river or pond or some hedge is there or some forest area is there, but that point is very far on, say, some hilltop, very far hilltop. Even that point can be observed and plotted in your sheet without actually going there, without actually measuring the distance from your chain line. So that type of procedures are also there, but they are not discussed as of now. As we move further in this subject, you will be coming across more and more techniques. Okay, so they are little advanced than this particular step. This is the very initial stage of your subject. So here we are not going to discuss those advanced techniques, but there are procedures available. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. But the question that I was expecting was, I told you that in chain surveying, we are not measuring any angular observation. We are not taking any angular observations. Angles are not measured. But in
Yes,
case
sir.
of perpendicular offset, how you are going to draw this perpendicular to this line? How you are sure that this is a perpendicular? This angle should be 90 degree, I told you. So angles, means requirement of angle is there. That means we need to fix it at right angle. Okay. So in
Yes, sir.
chain surveying, this is an important thing. See, oblique offsets you don't have to worry about, because you need to know only 2 distances at corresponding chain edges. That's it. But in case of perpendicular offset, you need to ensure that this line the distance, the offset that you are measuring is perpendicular to this line AB.